Alright guys, I was trying to take pictures of this so I could post it, and I can't get a picture because it's just too dark and this wall's black. So it's hard to see what's going on here. So I'm going to take a video and then I'm going to post it up so I can go around and show you guys what I did. At the moment, in these two corners, I actually have pillows because I couldn't come up with anything else that would seal the stupid thing. That will eventually be changed into something more permanent, but I just wanted to show you guys, this is, for the time being, this is the DD 3518 in a wall, 11800 AP. I cleaned up my spaghetti so it doesn't look so awful. I know this is going to be hard to see because it's dark. This light does have this camera does have a light on it, so you can somewhat see. You can see I got just the amp and the battery and the fans over here. That's all that's left. I stuffed my Sony Explode Sounds amp underneath the box because it stays dead cold all the time. Sealed the top of that with a piece of this foam. I found this cool foam stuff. It's sticky back, which wasn't sticky back enough, so I velcroed it on anyways. But as you can see, I got this cool foam stuff that sticks to my door and gives me a nice seal area all the way down the door. And then on this side, I used an old roll bar tube on the side of this double thick piece of wood that I got bolted into the side of this box. So that gives me a good seal right here by this door. As you can see, when I shut the door, starts up here, touches there, push it a little farther, touches there, you keep going, and it seals it all the way down to the floor. And I'll show you with it closed so you can see how tight it gets. I mean, it really smashes it in there, but good. Gives you a nice, tight seal all the way to the bottom. Oh, look at that. I have an air hole. I'll have to do something with that, won't I? So, here's my only air hole I've found so far. Anyways, so then I got my two 6x9 boxes up here in the top left and right hand corners. I got this piece of wood that I stuck here in the middle. It's siliconed in, it's screwed in, threw some paint on it so it didn't look so terrible awful. And it's backed by a few things back there, which is eventually I'm going to make that solid piece as thick as the 6x9 boxes are, made out of foam. Underneath the box here, I put some styrofoam that fits between the floor and the box real tight to seal that off underneath the box. The air can't get under. And obviously the Sony amp is right there, so I had to use some more of this cool foam stuff that I found. And I put that over the top of the amp. And of course, what the really cool thing about it is that stuff's for underneath of a steel roof. So it's fire or temperature resistant and stuff. So that's pretty slick. We'll come over here to this side of the truck and I'll show you how I got it done. The port hasn't been painted yet. I need to grab some paint and throw some on that real quick before I'm done. You can see I got the other 6x9. I got that strips of that real dense foam. I got that stuck up in between there on the top of the 6x9 and stuff where my roof has a funny bend to it to get that sealed off nice. This entire window right here, inside this window, is all stuffed with blankets and all kinds of interesting stuff inside of there. To get me insulation for the time being, I'm going to come up with some other kind of insulation to fill inside the whole back of this cab with eventually. But I haven't figured out what yet will be cheap enough and simple enough to come up with. So then, as you can see on this side of the box, all the way down, I stuffed real heavy that foam stuff in there too. And I mean, it's completely solid from here all the way to the back of the truck. I mean, there's tons of this stuff in there. And then also, this whole box has been spray foamed in. So really only next to the window here on the side is where I had to put this fill. The rest of it behind the box, under the box, and all but, you know, maybe, let's see, this blanket I got stuffed under here on this side to try to help insulate that until I figure out what to do with insulation. But from here back is solid spray foam under the entire box. I reached underneath there with cans of spray foam and just completely filled the whole thing. So you can see now that I've got the 3518 over here. This is a 32 hertz tuned 11 cubic foot. When I tried to make my stupid thing the other night, you can see I cut a section of this port out so that the air could get up into the top to go across. I haven't fixed that yet. I'm planning on fixing that too. But for now, I just stuck this piece of wood up in here. I had to jam it in there with a hammer. And that entire top half of this box is filled with polyfill. The whole thing, the whole top half. So this is like solid as a rock. Hear the echo? So this top half of this box is like, you could beat it up and it wouldn't do nothing. So anyways, guys, I'm getting there now. Now I got 135/18 in a wall right behind the seat. 6x9s up on top. It's all sealed. I've jammed it a couple times, but not since I put this super good foam stuff in there. So I'm going to go out and take a cruise now and jam it out. But I just wanted to throw this video up so you guys can see what I've been doing. Been messing with this for a couple days, a couple of different ways. And you can see after I filled this up, I just put a board across my old 210s hole where I used to have the 210s. So this 18 is isolated down here inside this 11 cubic foot box, totally insulated above and below by like 6 inches of spray foam on the bottom and then 12 inches of polyfill on the top. So I mean, it is like stupid loud. It's really, really awesome. I'm really happy with it. So once I get my second 35/18, now since this is 11 cubic feet, I'm really, really tempted to just put it right here. Make a board all the way across and put it right here. I'll have to come up with something so when the seat can't hit it, you know, when it comes back. But that's not that big of a deal. I'll come up with something for that. But that's what I'm thinking. I'm just going to have the two 35/18s, one big port. We'll see how it goes. Anyways, peace out, guys. I'm going for a cruise.